We're here at Muscle Mill in Milltown, New Jersey, and we're going to train legs today. So for my leg day today, like I've talked to y'all before, I'm always starting with two main compound movements that I rotate between and lifts that I'm really trying to improve on. One of the mainstays I use are stiff leg deadlifts and then also some type of wide stance leg press. So I started with stiff legs. The goal was to work up to like a heavy set of 8 to 10 reps, and then I'll do a reverse pyramid. So I did, I think, 405 for around 8 to 10. Then my second set I dropped back down to 365 and rep that out to near failure. It's hard to go to true failure on stiff legs without your lower back really taking over. So once I feel my back starting to really kick in, that's when I stop the set. So 4-5, I backed down to 365, and then I backed down again to 315, and that was my final work set. For my next movement that I chose, since we're here at Muscle Mill, they have that inverted leg press, and so I don't have one of those in San Antonio, so I want to take advantage of it. And I can go like high and wide on it. You really go through a lot of hip flexion and a huge stretch on the hams and glutes. So I take that. I was working up to a heavy set of 20 and just stick with the same weight for 3 sets. On that one, I try to get in the deep full stretch, but pause at the bottom. The stack, you couldn't go up really that much more in weight. So taking the pause, it makes it a little bit safer movement because you don't have as much stretch reflex going into it. So you can use a little bit lighter weight, it makes it just as challenging. And I don't walk my knees out all the way. I try to keep some constant tension. So worked up to a set of 20 and just stuck around there. The reps drop down as the set continued like it should. Before like my work sets, stuff that is really challenging, it does take a lot of focus. And one of the things that I will usually focus on is right before I'm about to walk out on stage, and that what I have to put in my mind to go out, because I'm not. You have to be super confident when you do go on stage, even if you don't feel good about it. You have to present that. So that moment before I walk out, I try to focus that I'm the best and I've already won the show, and trying to live in that moment before my sets. And know how much intensity I have to put in that, because there's someone else in another gym trying even harder than I am. So I just have to outwork everybody. So that's what I try to really focus on going in. And of course, if there's any other outside emotions from the day or in my life, I can put all that into one set and generate the most intensity possible. So it's also a good stress relief for me too. The gym is kind of my own therapy, so I can relieve a lot of that in here. My third exercise, I did a cluster set. So these cluster sets, it's almost like a circuit if you want to describe that. It's not a superset, so I'm not going immediately into the next exercise. So I'll do 3 rounds. So I did the super squat machine facing the pad, and then I went into a seated leg curl. So the idea behind that is I'm able to it's almost fatiguing the hams a little bit. So when I do go to the super squat, I get more, I feel my hams activating more. On the super squat, I stay from the full stretch position as deep as I can go, and I only come about halfway. So I keep constant tension on my hams and glutes. It keeps that glutes in a really stretched state, and you get a lot of work. Also taking a little bit wider stance, you can bring some adductors in to the movement as well. So on my ham and glute day, I try to take the wider stance also to get some good adductor development. So the rep range that I was shooting for was 15 reps on the super squat. And then on the seated leg curl, I was hitting around 15 reps also, and just back and forth. The reps drop down. I'm just trying to put a lot of effort forth. For my final exercise, I went to the Glute Ham Race. So I was doing just body weight. I worked up to pretty much near failure on 3 sets. So reps weren't very high. I was already really fatigued. But I love the Glute Ham Race because you're able to go through hip extension and knee flexion. So you're able to get both movements of the hamstrings in one exercise. and then, so that was all for my ham and glute day. Just finish it off with some stretching. Just try to keep good mobility, able to take movements through full range of motion. And that was it, man. So if you have any questions about it, you can hit me up on the Animal Forum, on my Q&A, or follow my journey, and I keep posting my workouts there, guys.